And I promise I'm gonna pay you back. I'll pay you back.
Yo, what up, gang? It's your boy Elite. I got another video for y'all. Today we're gonna be talking about a potential Kane Tejada spinoff. And this video gonna be real interesting. And I'm gonna tell y'all why in a minute, but let's break it down. So first, here's the little disclaimer. I gotta admit, I was wrong, you feel me? I was definitely 100% wrong. And I'm gonna tell y'all why in a second. So last we saw in the series finale of Book 2, King killed Noma in plain view of about half a dozen cops. And then he got shot twice but managed to escape on some Batman disappearance type vibes. That was a bit, plot armor-ish, but I enjoyed the episode. So like I said in the previous video, I'm gonna look past it. And we also saw Effie give him some money that she was gonna use to go to Stanford. So he used that money to get out of New York City because he's a wanted man now. And last we heard from Diana, Kane made it out of the state safely. So now, of course, Kane is on the run. And I know folks might be thinking that Kane can't exactly just relocate and that he's probably going to get caught. And y'all could be right. But in his defense, folks go on the run all the time. It's happened both in power and in real life. Like, for example, just look at Tommy. Like, he was a wanted man in New York City, faked his death, and then went to Chicago to go rebuild. Like, the story and the writing was a bit weird on that, concerning his faking his death and not getting arrested. It was definitely a bit weird, but hey, like I said, we like force, so we're gonna look past that. And even in real life, I know y'all all heard of that rapper Tay K, but he led law enforcement on a 3-month chase across the country, all while committing more crimes along the way. So if he can do that, committing more crimes, he cut his ankle monitor, all that. If he can do that, I do think that Kane can probably find some place, where he's relatively safe and keep a low profile, at least for a while. So while Kane didn't exactly fake his death, I do think it'll be possible for him to escape to another city and maintain a certain level of anonymity. Cause it's been done in real life. I'm not gonna list all the examples, but it's definitely been done before. Like in real life, you got people, they evading law enforcement. They might have warrants in another state, but they'll move to a whole another state and start a whole new life. And it'll be decades before they ever get caught. So, it's definitely possible. Now, this is the part that I was wrong about. Cause when Book 2 was still airing and folks was still talking about the cancellation and everything, rumors of potential spinoffs were definitely starting to spread around, and the two obvious choices for a spinoff from Book 2 were either Kane or Effie. So I was definitely one of the people that, they said that they never watch a spinoff about either character because it would be whack and wondering why I don't even want to see a show centered around them. And I stand on what I said about Effie. I'm sorry to say, but I just do not think I enjoy it, me personally. But I'm gonna eat my words and admit, I probably watch a Kane spinoff. His ending was just so unexpected. I did not see that coming at all. Really, I just didn't. But to revisit my previous point, I do think that although this wasn't a planned final season, Kane leaving New York sets the stage perfectly for him to have his own spinoff in a different location. And I'm thinking it'll probably most likely be in Atlanta. Because if I recall correctly, that's where Bronze, or as I like to call him, Dirk Tejada, and the rest of their family was from. Kane will probably hide out there and start doing his own hustle down in the ATL. And in a previous episode, we did hear Kane say he wanted to be like Bumpy Johnson and Frank Lucas. So they was two infamous New York City kingpins. But right now, Tariq has New York City on lock, I'm not gonna lie. And I suspect that his organization is only going to get bigger. So that city is spoken for. But if Kane gets his own show in the ATL and starts his own organization down there, we could definitely see him running his own crew and making that name for himself like he wanted. And I'm thinking we're probably going to see Dirk Tejada again. Because as we saw, it looked like he was in the game. I don't know. I'm assuming those were some of his cousins as well. I'm assuming they was all in the game. And was Dirk Aunt Janet's son? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was her son. So, they'd be the best equipped to hide him out Cause like they already know about the life. I'm pretty sure they know that, you know, Kane probably caught some heat trying to take out Noma, all of that. So I feel like him going to the ATL makes the most sense. But I won't lie, you know, Kane could probably go to a different location as well. Because as we all know, Tommy's original spinoff location was supposed to be California, I believe. But then they switched it to Chicago. So maybe, you know, Kane starts out going to ATL, but ends up somewhere else. It's really up in the air right now. There's no telling. We just gonna have to wait for more news. And I know a lot of people were initially displeased with Dirk's casting to begin with, because they was like, oh, they trying to turn Power into BMF, blah blah blah. They cast all these random actors who can't act. But let me just say, first of all, Dirk's acting was not that bad. Like, it wasn't nothing to write home about. He wasn't no Denzel, but the role didn't really have that much meat to it. So I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him again in a more substantial capacity. I really thought it was, you know, it's a good role. It's a good role. And secondly, even the original Power had like rapper cameos. They had quite a few, if I recall, like other than the obvious ones. Like, I can't recall off the top of my head, you know, like some of the smaller ones, but come on, they had Kendrick. They had like even Raising Kanan. They like had some celebrity. And in season 3, he was like a very small role, but nonetheless, he was in it. So all the Power shows been doing this, to be honest. So I ain't gonna get mad at Power Book 2 for doing it when all the other shows are doing it. Like, come on, y'all gotta be fair, come on. But like I said, about 7 months ago when the cancellation was just announced and stars said that they were looking for ways to expand the universe, I swore up and down that a Kane spinoff would be so whack and I'd never watch it. But I gotta admit, like I said, I was 100% wrong, and if Kane gets his own show, I'll definitely be watching. Woody McClain has always been one of the better actors in this show, so to be able to see him in a leading man role, that's gonna be mad tough if they follow through with it. But yeah, like, let me know what y'all thinking. Would you really only want to see Kane in a show with other co-stars like Tariq and Braden? Would you definitely want to see him get his own show? Or you were just against the idea of Kane getting his own show altogether? Like, you know, let me know what other characters you think should get a spinoff. Like, maybe you think Effie should get a spinoff. Or, hey, I even heard some folks say Diana should get her own show. I'm not personally watching that, but I mean, to each their own. But yeah, let me know what y'all thinking down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. I definitely want to hear what y'all have to say. For now, I'm going to catch y'all later until the next video. Peace.